that's less than 1% of abortion cases. We're talking about women who are going out here living any kind of way and not being responsible for their own actions. And a lot of times using abortion as a method of birth control. You know how not to get pregnant. If you don't, you have no business having sex. Period. So we can't take morality off the table because that it starts with having morals. Do you have morals to not be spreading your legs to every Tom, Dick, and Harry? Do you have morals to know that this isn't something that you should be doing outside of the confines of marriage? And even if you don't believe that, why not at least have morals to know that you shouldn't be allowing a man to shoot his seed in you if this isn't a man that you can trust to be a father? It starts with morality. We can't take that off the table.
What should we think of Mark Lamont Hill? He's leading this discussion. He's granting them a platform and trying to elevate their voice. He's the one that I think kept referring to childbearing people. He never, I don't think he ever said pregnant woman or blah blah blah. He and Brittany Cooper love, and the other woman too, Lori, whatever, love childbearing people. What should we think of Mark Lamont Hill?
Mark Lamont Hill is a beta male who has his nuts shoved in a pair of pink pins. There is no way that I would even acknowledge or think to listen to somebody, especially a man who cannot say out of his mouth that a woman is the only person that can get pregnant. The fact that he came out about a year or so ago saying that, pregnant people, only a woman can get pregnant. I can't take him seriously for that alone. And I say all the time, Jason, there are two types of men. There's that man that says, oh, I wonder if she's gonna like this penis. And then you have the man that says, I know she won't this. Mark Lamont Hill is the beta male that's wondering whether or not she wants this penis. Those type of men you can't take seriously. Those type of men are not masculine, they aren't manly, and they are a waste of flesh.
Thank you, Shamika. I'm going to roll out to Los Angeles and bring in the Korean Cosell and talk about the Keith Olbermann side of this conversation. Keith started out as a great sports broadcaster.
Just a test, man. Just a test.
Steve Kim and I have both followed his entire career, so we'll get to Steve Kim. But first, I want to tell you about the film Enemies Within the Church. Is a powerful call to believers everywhere about what is going on with Christianity today. This is a movie that many in power within the evangelical community do not want you to see. It shows those who are selling out the church to postmodernism ideologies and the money behind them. Social justice, intersectionality, critical race theory, and neo-Marxism have not just been inserted into more liberal churches, but have started to spread everywhere. Enemies Within the Church will expose the bad ideas, but also the bad actors and the bad money. Christians need to see what is being done without their knowledge. This film brings together voices from across the nation and the world to share what they have seen. Every Christian and patriot needs to see this film and then share it with everyone you know. I encourage you to go buy the DVD or purchase the pay-per-view stream at enemieswithinthechurch.com. That's enemieswithinthechurch.com. My friend, Judge Saul participated in the making of this film. I can't wait for you to see it. The Korean Cosell, Steve Kim.
Man, I don't know if shit's wagging or
I may have said the Korean Cosell is in Los Angeles, but he's actually in Las Vegas.
For title is all the way wrong.
But I wanted to bring Steve in to talk about Keith Olbermann and his descent into a level of insanity and bitterness that's mind-blowing. He somehow turned the Michigan Oxford High School shooting into an attack on Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports, and of course Donald Trump. So, Steve, I'm wondering, were you ever a Keith Olbermann fan? I certainly was, and even after he went hard left, I was still a Keith Olbermann fan and someone I respected. But over the last 5 or 6 years, he's just gone well off the deep end. And I think this latest attack on Portnoy and Barstool Sports,
lagging a little bit.
It's almost, I'm not angry at Keith Olbermann. I actually feel sorry for him.
Yeah, Jay, I don't want to date myself completely, but as a very young child in Valencia, California, 1985, right around that era, a young Keith Olbermann came on the scene, and he was at two networks. It was at KTLA-5, a local station, then he went to KCBS, and he became a thing. He was very smart, very intelligent, a little bit quirky, and he had a different view of sports that was very intelligent, a little bit of highbrow humor. And what I loved about him, as someone that collected cards, he would actually do segments on baseball cards and what sets to get and controversies within the industry and what he was investing in. And then as he grew, he did like these great post-game shows after the playoff games with, I think, Joe McGrain. And they'd have like these inside jokes, and eventually he moved on to ESPN. So yes, I was actually there at the very genesis of the KO Kid, as they used to call him out there derisively with some of his critics. Jay, he wasn't always this guy. You're absolutely right about that. There was a time he was an individual that covered sports in a different manner, and it was very